There's a lot of agents that go to brokerages or teams and I really hope this person's going to make like a huge difference. They're going to tell me everything to do. I'm just going to show up and they're going to give me everything. Yes and no. You have to have good mentorship. You have to have good leadership, but you also have to be that other 50% of willing to do the hard things, willing to be challenged, willing to be pushed. But you got to have that good mentorship piece too.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Reside Platform Podcast. I'll be your host today, Suneet Agarwal. And with me, I have Andrea Kugler, which I'm super stoked to talk to. How's it going, Andrea?
It's going great. How are you, Suneet?
Oh, I'm super good. We were just chatting off air. This is the episode that we're filming right before our big Oceanside event next week. It'll probably come out in a couple of weeks. So it'll be after the fact. So anyone watching and listening will probably have seen it on social or maybe not. But what do you about the Oceanside event? Let me hear your take.
I just know it's going to be badass. I know that there's a lot of amazing people going. I'm so excited. My coach Jamie's speaking. I'm excited to meet a lot of people that I've talked to through Reside but haven't got to meet in person. To see a lot of familiar faces that I've seen at some other events in the past. But I'm excited to meet Robert and just kind of see kind of the vibe. And I feel like there's a lot of excitement for 2026 and kind of, new ownership. So I'm excited to really just see and dive in with everybody. I know it's going to be a great event. So I'm just really excited to get there.
Yes, exactly. I'm excited for all the same stuff. So you're the team leader of the AK Collective, which I think that name is awesome. And you're also the part owner of your family's brokerage, Bowling and Kugler Realty in Ohio. How long have you been a realtor for again?
6.5 years.
6.5 years. And your first year, you closed 52 sites.
Yes. Yeah. In my first 12 months.
How do you do that?
Well, so I will say I have to credit. So there's two things, and this is kind of what I tell my agents and agents that I bring on is if you want to be successful in real estate, it's 50-50. It's 50% your effort. You need to be a hard worker. You need to be gritty, but it's 50% that mentorship and somebody who's like going to help you hands on. And so my father-in-law, who was not my father-in-law at the time, I was not dating my husband at the time either, he kind of brought me on and he'd been broker, real estate agent, 30 years. He has a ton of experience. And he saw in me that, hey, she's willing to put in the time and effort. So he really took me under his wing. I mean, I was in the car with him every day, listening to every phone call, staying late at the office with him, soaking in everything I could. And he loved that too. So having that mentorship and guidance, there was never an appointment I had that I felt not confident on. There was never a conversation I had with somebody I didn't feel confident because I had such great leadership and mentorship behind me. And I felt so confident in all the experience he had. Like he was like, if you want to do this, I'm not going to let you fail, but you have to bring that work to it. So that helped tremendously, especially my first year. It also gave me that confidence. I completely switched gears and I dove in. And I'm somebody, it's like sink or swim. If you're going to do it 100% and try your best. But he made sure that every little thing, if there was a gap where I didn't know something or you make mistakes. Of course, I made some mistakes my first year. He's like, no worries. Like, this is how we're going to handle it. This is how we're going to do it. So I was definitely ready to go all in, be gritty with it, make the phone calls, do what I had to do. But without that leadership, I wouldn't have been able, I think, to be as successful as I was.
I love that. So well said. So it's kind of interesting, right? Because you went to school for nutrition and dietetic diets, and you went to school for nutrition dietetics. Is that how I say it?
Dietetics, yeah.
Diet. I've never heard that word. I'm a pretty educated guy myself. Dietetic.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went to school for nutrition and dietetics. Then you cheered for the Cincinnati Bengals for 2 seasons, and then went over here to become a real estate agent. And then we know you're definitely crazy because then you decided to start a team and be the owner of the brokerage. Is it with your father-in-law? Like you became a partner?
Yes, and my brother-in-law. And so my father-in-law, after this year, he will kind of phase out and it'll be my brother-in-law and I. Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
But yes, I
Right.
am crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, good for him.
Um, how did like the schooling and your background, like what kind of impact did that have on being a business owner?
Yeah, I feel like I've always had kind of an entrepreneurial spirit. I love to learn. I like a good challenge. And so when I completed my degree in nutrition and dietetics, I have a passion for like health, wellness, nutrition. But then when I realized the careers I could do in that, it was like, oh, it seems like everything here is going to hit a ceiling unless I want to start my own business, which I did kind of out of college when I was cheering. I did some nutrition consulting and I was a personal trainer. And I just, for me, I'm like, if there's a ceiling that I feel like I can hit at some point, I'm not like interested in it. I have to have something that I feel like is really crazy I can constantly go after, which is here I am, I started a team. And then it was really kind of random how my father-in-law, who wasn't my father-in-law at the time, I've just known him growing up. I was working as personal trainer, doing all this stuff, wasn't necessarily loving it, but I was young, happy enough. And he's like, hey, I had to fire my assistant. I really need an assistant. I think you'd be good at real estate. Can you come try this out? I'm like, no way. I don't know anything about that. Don't care. Don't want to do it. He's like, come on. I know you're a hard worker. I just need help. Do it for a month. If you hate it, you can quit. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. So I was doing all the jobs at the same time. And I ended up being like, oh, okay, I kind of like this. And then that's when I got my license. I saw how successful he was, and he's done a lot with his career and really built this awesome legacy at our brokerage. And for me, I was like, this is something I feel like I can take, I can do my own thing, I can scale, I can do whatever I want. And again, it was kind of that confidence he put in me too of, hey, if you like this, you really can kind of choose which way you want to go with your career. And that really excited me. And I think a lot of people have a passion for helping people. I liked that with health, wellness. I wanted to help people. Selling house, I feel like I can help people. Starting a team, I feel like not only can I help my buyers and sellers that I help, but I feel like I can have impact on people and building a career that they also love.
I love that, all of it. When did you decide that you wanted to, number one, be a partner in the brokerage? How did that happen?
So really, I think it's my father-in-law's exit plan too. So he's built this really, and he's a very humble person. He's built a very amazing reputation and legacy in our area. And I think he'll sell real estate till the day he dies just because he loves it. He's the most productive agent in our office every year. Nobody can outsell this man. But he doesn't like to manage people and he doesn't want to grow. He's done that his whole life. So he looked to my brother-in-law and I and was like, look, I am willing to support and help you guys. If you want to take this on, take it wherever you want, and I'll be here to support you. So a couple years ago, he brought my brother-in-law and I as partners, and so now we're kind of, he's letting us fly.
And then what was the step to starting a team?
Yeah. So kind of crazy, a couple different things. I really like to be, in the last couple of years, bringing on agents, being in that leadership role in our brokerage. I have found that I do like kind of the leadership aspect of it. Last year, my mom kind of she'd gotten real sick and had passed away, and I had taken time away. Fortunately, my husband and I could afford to completely step out of work. My brokerage was handling my work. I was able to take care of her. When I came back, it kind of gave me this new perspective of one, I want to have something where I can always, if like family or friends need me, that's running, that doesn't need me in it 100%, that I could step away and be there for family. But two, it kind of gave me like, I was like, what's my purpose? I want to leave people better than I found them. And I feel like I do that as a real estate agent when I buy and sell, but like, I feel like I could be doing more. So, and I'm also somebody, it's probably one of my weak points. I like to be a decision maker on my own. I'm not good at making decisions with other people.
Control freak, our decision maker on her own.
A little bit. So I have all these ideas and dreams. I also think that my risk and pain tolerance is different than other people's. And so all these like ideas and things I want to do. And I'm like, well, let me start a team that's under, and I think I'm in a unique situation of, we have this brokerage where we can still bring on agents who maybe don't want a team, but they want similar support. They just want to be independent agents. Because as a smaller boutique brokerage, like we have really competitive splits. Our agents do well. But then I'm passionate about having something where I feel like these people who want to be on a team and they need really good culture and they want one-on-one and they want to be with somebody and really build something big, there's a space for them too. So yeah, so it's cool. It's working really well right now. But that for me was I just felt like there's more I could contribute, more I could do, and show other people this career that I've loved that my father-in-law helped me into. Can I bring other people in and show them like, hey, this can be a really amazing career that you can make more impact than just getting people to a closing table, which is a big deal. That's a big deal. I don't mean judge, but you know what I mean.
Totally. It is a big deal. Yes. So you mentioned that going from a solo agent to a team leader requires a lot of personal growth, personal development. What's one thing that you've had to change about yourself as you grow into being a better leader?
It's a lot of sacrifice of maybe personal things that I do before, like being very intentional with my time and the things I choose to do. For example, like my husband who also runs a business, a couple years ago he just gave up drinking. Like he might drink once a year, but not that he was ever a big drinker before, but he might casually drink or get drink with friends here and there. But for him, he was like, I stopped doing this because I have employees that come to work every single week that I have to pay no matter how good or bad the business is doing, and they have families to support. So I can't afford to go into a Monday with a foggy brain because I wanted to have 3 beers or whatever it is. And so I've always kind of thought about that. I'm like, you're right. When you have people relying on you, and even like I used to Tuesday night dinner with my friends, or we'd go to like a fun little thing on a Wednesday night. And now I'm very structured and routine in what I do and where I spend my time because like a non-negotiable for me is up at 3:45 a.m. because I have to get my stuff done for me before I can get to my desk at 8 a.m. Just being very regimented and giving up maybe some of those personal things. They weren't things that were super important to me. It was just kind of things you fill your time with. And I just felt like when I was doing those things, it was harder to grow. And like I didn't have time to do things that are important to me, like reading and getting good sleep. Like you have to have those things. Sometimes you're working a 14, 16-hour day. Like I need a good night of sleep after that. So I think just giving up some of those personal things that we do sometimes just to casually fill our time.
Like what?
There's a lot of I still spend like quality time with friends is very important to me, but there's a lot of social things that I don't do anymore. I still socialize. I have a great social life. I don't stay out late. Things like that it affects my sleep, it affects my tomorrow. I can't partake in things that will affect my tomorrow, if that makes yeah, because I have to have a productive day. I can't really afford to have a and I rest. I still rest, but I can't afford to be out till 2 in the morning or those things like that that maybe were early in my career.
I love listening to what you're saying because I am such a calendar freak. Have you ever seen me share my calendar somewhere? I do it all the time. It's the total flex at this point, but zero white space. Zero. From the minute I'm up till the minute I'm in bed. Is the every single fucking meal and the whole fucking day on the calendar, right? Like, if I don't have food in my mouth at, like, 12:01, I am upset. By, like, 3:04 too, if I'm not eating something, at least, like, some Quest chips, I am upset, right? And I love also because full disclosure is I've been on such that mode for so long, kind of what you're talking about, that I didn't have a social life anymore. Like, the one person I hang out with is Chep, right? Like 5 times a year. And, the other day, just like 2 weeks ago, it really hit me. My wife said it was my 10-year-old daughter's slumber party. They're all, "Why don't you go do something and, like, let the girls have the house?" I was like, "Sure. I'll go call some of my homies, and I'll go get a hotel room or something." Man, I haven't hung out with anyone in, like, 2.5 years. Some dudes are like 8 years, they're all senile. Is it I haven't talked to you in a hella long, like
You're like, really?
yeah, so that's so good that you still make time, and, like, let's face it, there's a bunch of I know plenty of people that drink whenever, do whatever, and are very successful, right? And for many people, they just don't bounce back well enough. I know many people who watch Netflix. Actually, I don't anymore, but many people who used to stay up late and watch Netflix. Maybe that's a bad example, right? But I think it's about a couple things you said, at least for me in my experience and thousands and thousands of coaching calls, is like no calendar, like don't have any white space on your calendar. Like that's non-negotiable. You can have buffer zones. Like I had 10 a.m. to noon off today, so I could just like look prepare for shit and just look around, right? But like, so that's a buffer zone, but no white space, no white space.
My husband, it's and I'm thankful he gets it and supports it as a business owner, and but he does the managing of our rental properties. But during the week, I mean, we don't see each other. I get up early. He's more of like a later person. I mean, we pass each other when we're getting ready for work in the morning. And like by the time I get home at night, I'm finishing my last few work things. I'm getting in bed. He's going to the gym. And it's nice to have a partner that understands that and supports that, because it's weekends. We're both working usually too. So it happens. And even like we don't have a TV. People think it's so crazy we don't have a TV in our house. I'm like, do you think we have time? When have I ever have time to watch TV? I'm like, I don't. There's never a time where we sit down and we're like, let's watch. We just don't have it. So it's funny, but I'm very also thankful that I have somebody that gets it and supports it. So we work well.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, especially as you're young, like you're so far ahead of me when I was your age. And I don't even know how old you are, but you're way ahead of me. When I was 30, light years ahead of me.
See, that's crazy. I'm like, I feel like I'm behind.
Good, you should.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Right? I didn't feel like I was behind when I was 30. I guess I was making good money, but I didn't have my shit together. I definitely went to the office hungover 8 days a week.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
That's good though. I really like you say that. Like for people listening, like you want a way to have more opportunities, like make more money, own your calendar, own your day. You hear what Andrea said, be intentional. Yes, dude. Fitness and good food will help you operate. It goes a long way. Sleep, yeah, I feel my sleep score was horseshit last night. My sleep score was 64. That's a D. I at least want a B on my sleep score, but I got a D. I got a D, and I feel it, right? But with the right food and exercise and moving your body, like that's just the ultimate productivity hack. Don't you think so?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's that's definitely a non-negotiable for me. Like I have to have good food, and I have to have a workout. Like sleep, I try my best to get as like good amount of sleep as I can, because that's what fuels me like through the day, those three things.
Yeah. Yeah, that worked out, man. I was basically still asleep in the gym this morning, but I got it in. You ever feel that way?
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah. But I do know if you start, I'm just somebody, no matter how tired I am, even if I have to shorten a workout or do it less intense, if I don't start my day with that workout, my energy already feels lower. Like I feel energized to the gym.
It's like you don't even know, like, what it's like it just vanished, right? It's like you never got that your blood flowing the whole day. It just kind of maybe more of a zombie. So back to business, because I could talk about fitness for hours.
Me too.
In fact, when I first met you, you were going for a run in Tahoe.
Like, yeah, late night in the dark with Paul, like a crazy person. He's like, let's just go run out on the road where it's dark. I'm like, okay, whatever you say, Paul.
Did you guys see any bears? I've heard you talk about fun things for culture on your team.
Yeah, so I'm a big like I want people to enjoy where they're working, right? You have to do the hard things. I'm a big you got to do all the hard things. I try to so Fridays just it's like end of the week, some want to get out of the office. I kind of have implemented what's called Field Day Friday. And really it can be anything. One of like my core pillars for my team, and it's important that people in my office and on my team also believe in this, is like the importance of community and taking care of our community, especially because our brokerage, we're right on Main Street. People know us as just like kind of the heart of Hamilton, the area we're in.
Oh, really? You're right on Main Street, like literally?
Yeah, my father-in-law is such a giving person, again, very humble. So Fridays, it's like, hey, let's get out. Let's either do it. It could be various different things. Sometimes we're gonna go volunteer at the local food pantry for an hour or two. We're gonna go and like support a local business. Sometimes it's like if we have an open house, I'm like, let's just go door knock a neighborhood together. It can be anything, just getting out, getting in front of people, talking to people. And it's crazy, like doing those kind of things. You run into people you didn't think you'd see before. Like recently, a couple Fridays ago, I ran into a woman. I didn't know her like family was struggling and stuff. So we put together like a basket of things and like sent to them. Just things like that where it's authentic, it's intentional, and like I don't want to just be in our office all day long. It's like, what's the impact? How can we help? How can we get out there? What do people need in our community? And
You
so,
don't ever stop that.
yeah, it's really important to me, and it's fun. Like I love it.
That's that homegrown business stuff, dude. And that's when, let me tell you, here's some coaching. Is is like so many people chase this rented business source shit all fucking, I use the F word for emphasis, all fucking day long. And they just have commoditized themselves. Your business is literally from somebody landing on you when they go to somebody else's website, some corporation's website, right? Andrea out there in the community, being the office on Main Street, like people are worried about AI. And the people who are commoditized by these other big websites and lead sources, they should be worried. But Andrea out on the street taking a care basket to somebody in the community, like that's how you have a business that lasts. I love it. Thank you for sharing that story with me. I love it.
Yeah, it's authentic to me, and it's also something that I want the people that I work with. I want that to be important to them too. I want to show them like, hey, you can have more impact than what you think, and I want you to see that and feel it, and I want you to want to do that for the right reasons, right? So
Dude, you're gonna go so far, lady. You already are killing it, but your future is limitless. Stuff like that's how it's done. That's real homegrown shit. I love it. I love it. I just became a bigger Andrea fan.
awesome. I love that. We like
Like
Andrea.
just now in real time. And it's recorded too.
I'm gonna take that clip. I just became a big Andrea fan, and I'm just gonna like have that on replay and be like, "Look what Sunit said."
Hey, if that works, all good. Yes. Yes. For someone listening, because that all sounds great, doing the local stuff. Yet I know that 90% minimum of people listening to this who came here to learn something will never do something as impactful as that. If you were listening to this podcast looking for advice on how to do it, what kind of advice do you give for somebody who wants to do the same thing?
Yeah. One, I think like I really think about what is authentic to you. Again, I think a lot of us we have a need, we want to help people. But so many people I think don't do anything because they feel like, well, I'm just one person. I can't do that much. I can't whatever it is. And you can. You just sometimes have to get out and have conversations with people. We have become such a technology type world, which is great. And it's even as simple. I did a speaking event a couple months ago where I was like, when's the last time the grocery store and you made eye contact with somebody and you're like, hey, how are you? Or I hope you're having a good day. Like we don't, we're all kind of in our own world. You're looking down, whatever. I'm like half the people I've met in my community has literally been because I told myself, slow down for a second, make eye contact with somebody, talk to them, ask how they're doing. You know what I mean? It's just like really simple stuff. And sometimes people will tell you I'm struggling. Like that's how I kind of had that conversation with that woman and get out and kind of connecting with people. And I encourage my agents to do that too. Everything is connection and relationship based. If you're really good on the phone, that's great. I can coach you and teach you how to be good on the phone. You can sit in the office all day long, forever and ever, and just talk to people on the phone and not really build a connection. Like half of that, you have to get out and you have to talk to people. And even just like social media, that I encourage my agents, you need to be on social media. I don't care if you like social media or not. How are people going to get to know you if you're not showing them you. You can't go out and talk to every single person in person, but try to find ways to connect with people. And that's my field day Friday is kind of a way of let's actually get out and connect, right? Like let's not behind a screen or a phone. But I've really found that you'll be surprised at the people you meet, the people that so many people have asked for my business cards before just because I get to a conversation with them and they're like, "Oh, you're a real estate agent? Oh, my mom actually was talking about selling her house. Do you have a business card?" Because I said hi to them in a grocery store or whatever it is. It's like simple stuff. I think we overcomplicate it because it's like, who am I to help somebody? But you don't know how even like the smallest thing you could do goes a long way and then turns into potentially a relationship. I don't look at things as, oh, I hope this turns into a business and they have a house to sell, right? You just go in with the intention of, can I make somebody's day better or whatever it is.
So good.
Yeah.
I hope people listen to this part of the conversation.
I hope so
I'm
too.
going to have to make a lot of clips on this part. Good. So tell me about the impact of the community coaching, reside, your journey there. I'm super curious.
Yeah, so it's really crazy because last year when we were in Tahoe, I was kind of looking at everything through the lens of, okay, I have this like leadership position in my brokerage. And I think maybe it was Paul was like, have you ever considered starting a team? I'm like, no, not really. And kind of talking about that more. I'm like, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, I'm just now in these last couple of years getting used to being in leadership brokerage wise. And I'm like, okay, I guess it'd be kind of similar if I start a team, but I just felt like there's no way. I come from a brokerage of we don't have CRM. We have my father-in-law is very like old school. You get call people out of the phone book. Now it's like, hey, call this person, track them down, show up to their house, whatever it is. And so I'm like, oh, there's systems for things. Oh, I could save time here. But I like it was new to me. And I had a coach last year that really opened my eyes to a lot and helped me, I think, really refine some leadership skills. But it wasn't enough to where I could be like, I can start a team. And so after talking with some reside people at Tahoe and afterwards, I'm like, if I really want to do this, I have to have people that can kind of help me cut out the dumb stuff, like the stuff I don't need. I'm a dreamer, I'm a go getter, but I also can be quite indecisive and spend a lot of time on stupid stuff. So the biggest thing for me has been being able to implement systems, get support, and then also have somebody to be like my sounding board of, no, you don't need to worry about that, or you need to do this, or just dive in, or you know what I mean? So I think without that, I would not have been able to start a team because I feel like I come from just kind of figuring it out, which I could figure it out all day long, but it would have taken me a lot longer to start a team if I didn't have results. Like it, this even just systems. I mean, it took me forever to figure out how to use Follow Up Boss. Like probably way longer than it should have. But I've never used a CRM before. So I mean, in implementing that, and then also being able to do it myself, teach my agents, and make sure that they know the importance of different systems, having standards. Even in our office, like I really didn't have any standards for anybody. Like we're
Well, you have a brokerage, so right, so it
yeah,
is what it is. Yeah.
right. It just really helped me cut out a lot of stuff I didn't need to worry about or think about and just say, hey, here's your next step. This is what you need to be working on. Nope, stop spending time on that. You need to be doing this. And without that, there's no way I would be able to do it.
Yes. Thank you for the shout out. Definitely putting that part into a bunch of clips.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people that I spoke to, especially at Tahoe, came to reside. And to my understanding, it's like, hey, let's help you scale your team. Like, I'm just like, I don't even have a team. I have experience bringing agents on. And in our brokerage, we've never recruited. It's always people have come to us to want to be agents with us because they know our name, they know we're good. And it's kind of been easy of like, I could turn people away that I don't think fit and I can bring on the people and I train how I was trained. But so it's a whole different ball game of like recruiting and totally different. So without the resources and the guidance, there's no way I would have been able to do it by myself.
I mean, it would have been much more painful and expensive, right? Because ask me how I know. Yeah. Right. Hey, I was surfing. I opened up Facebook early this morning and you show up in my feed and there's a picture of Team Leader Secrets on the feed. My book. Is that a real picture or is that AI?
Yes. No, it's a real picture. It's a real picture. I don't use AI for photos. Yeah. I took it on vacation with me a couple weeks ago when I was gone. That's like when I can catch up on my reading is when I feel like I'm out of town. So I started it. It's great so far. I have not finished it. But when you were sending all your emails, I'm like, all right, when is it coming? Give me the date, Cindy. Come on, give me the date. I want to get this book. But even like in Nick McLean's book, it's so cool to read firsthand experience. And again, it's that same thing. In the past, when I hired my first coach, I had a couple real estate friends that told me, they're like, oh, that's so ridiculous. You're paying for coaching. That's impossible. I'm like, okay, my money. I don't know why you're worried about it. And what I tell people all the time is the people who have really made impact and done the things that I want to do don't have time to have a ton of free phone conversations with people. The people that I'm paying, it's because you have to pay to get on their calendar. That's just part of it. Like the proof is in the pudding. And most of them want to give so much of their info away for free, right? Like you write a book and it's like you don't charge that. It's not free, but you're putting it out there, right? Those are kind of my always good signs of, oh yeah, I'm going to listen to that person. Like the proof is in the pudding, right? But I was really excited when you said when I found out you were writing your book. So I haven't finished it yet. I'll let you know how I like it. So far, so good.
So I'm just curious about what's the name of the town you live in?
Hamilton.
Hamilton. I have a coaching client in the city of Hamilton outside of Toronto. That
Okay.
is not the same.
Not the same.
And your city of Hamilton is outside of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
How many people in Hamilton?
50,000.
50,000. How many homes did the brokerage sell last year?
Brokerage, we were at 190.
Solid. Okay. So you guys are probably on the more units for town, right?
Yeah, we had the most units last year for
And then
brokerage.
you're on the main street.
Yeah.
God, talk about like my dream real estate office like situation.
Oh, I have so many things for what's in my head of what I want for the future and where I hope and think we can go is like so out here and crazy and fun.
I have a question. Do you have a now hiring awesome agents in front of your office signed up?
No, but that's a great idea. I need to put that in front of my office because I posted on social media. I've done that, but I have not put it in front of my office.
Have you never heard me say that?
Oh no, I have heard you say it. I've heard you say I posted. Maybe you've said put it in front of your office. Maybe I wasn't listening, but
Yes. No, because I think that would work really well. Do you guys get a lot of walk-in like consumer traffic?
kind of. We used to a ton before COVID, not so much anymore. We do. It's funny because the gym that I work out at is directly across the street. So it's funny because since I've started a team, I've had people at my gym that are like, "Are you hiring? I want to work with you. Can I get my real estate license?" And there's one woman that she's in college. I think she'd be phenomenal. So I've been putting a bug in her ear.
So the gym is right across the street.
Yeah. I'm like, I want people that work out at the gym to come be on my team.
Yeah, there's an Orange Theory right across the street from my office, and I'm gonna go do that hard workout.
Yeah. Orange Theory is hard.
Yeah. Yes. No. No. I'll just yes. Okay. But I love that it's right across the street and that community vibe in that small city, like so unique. Okay, so for the agents listening to this episode, not a team leader, that's the next question. For the agents listening, what advice do you have for them?
My main piece of advice to really any agent is, again, I really believe in that 50-50. There's a lot of agents that go to brokerages or teams and I really hope this person's going to make like a huge difference. They're going to tell me everything to do. I'm just going to show up and they're going to give me everything. Yes and no. You have to have good mentorship. You have to have good leadership, but you also have to be that other 50% of willing to do the hard things, willing to be challenged, willing to be pushed. But you got to have that good mentorship piece too. I see a lot of agents where I see they have that drive, but they're just not in the good culture. They don't have good leadership. I've talked to so many agents when I've been recruiting that are like, hey, my manager will meet with me 30 minutes out of every week. I'm like, what? If I have a question to this day, I call my broker at 9 p.m. and he answers and he's like telling me this. Like, you need better leadership. You know what I mean? Like, let's get you somewhere else. So I think if you love what you're doing, but you just feel like something's missing or you're not getting the help, you need to go somewhere else, because there's teams out there, there's places you can go where I think you will thrive. And people get so hell bent on like, what's the commission and what's this? And my brokers always told me your split doesn't matter. Like, if you're going to be a producer and you want to work, your split doesn't matter. You're going to make money. And so that's what, when we've hired people, he told me that when I first came. And I mean, I came in on the shittiest split my first year, and I still tapped out, made a crap ton of money. And he's like, if you're going to hustle, split doesn't matter. So go somewhere where there's good leadership, good culture, you feel like things align and people are going to help you. And that's something that I've taken as a leader kind of in as I build a team too. So don't get so hung up in that. Sometimes you need good leadership.
Love that. Now, advice for team leaders. What advice do you have?
See, this is hard because I feel like I'm a new team leader and I shouldn't be giving advice.
Well, you can be new and still have some advice.
Yeah. I think my advice is, and if sometimes I have to take my own, stop. Yes. Stop wanting things to be perfect and just go all in and just be as authentic and honest and transparent. Like, sometimes I miss the mark, or I thought this training thing I had set up, this was all going to be like really great. And I'm like, what, guys, I'm sorry. That was stupid. Thank you for the feedback. We're going to run it this way better. And people appreciate the transparency and honesty of like, I'm not always going to be perfect, but I always want to improve. I always want us all to elevate together. And so you just got to do it sometimes and stop waiting for everything to be so perfect and have the perfect onboarding mapped out, or exactly how you're doing things, so that you're not going to be perfect and you're kind of all in it together.
Yeah, perfection is a myth. Done is better than perfect. Flying the plane as we're building it, all the cliche shit I always say on stage, right? Like, it's all that. It's all that.
It slows you down. And that's one thing too. Without Reside, I would, because a team would be so new to me, I would try to perfect it a million times before I ever did anything. And that's one thing, like, the Reside community has given me the confidence to just be like, just do it. Hey, everything that you've mapped out, that makes sense. That sounds good. Do it. And don't tweak it until, like, let it see how it goes. And then from there, take your feedback and tweak what needs tweaked. So don't be a perfectionist.
Yes. I mean, people want to like chase perfection. And then you look around and like the overall like business, corporate, whatever landscape, and like the biggest companies are always in the news over some bullshit, right? Amazon, Tesla, whoever, right? Chat, OpenAI, right? Like these companies have billions of dollars, bro, and like maybe thousands of engineers and like MBAs, right? And we're over here like this team leader in some small town trying to get it perfect.
Gotta make it perfect. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
So, yeah, yes, it's super fascinating. I think it's just human nature too, like getting ready to get ready. But like my shit's never been perfect. You just quit trying, just charge forward, right? What's next for the AK Collective? And I noticed you have a custom shirt on too.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I gotta get this. It's funny. My Bowling and Kugler logo is so well known everywhere in our community, and I'm like, I gotta make sure people know AK Collective too under Bowling and Kugler. What's next? I think my hope and what I want is, I really want to continue on the community involvement and growth front. I do a lot of events. Like, as a solo agent, I did a lot of events, like sphere events and stuff. I'd invite people to. I'd get connecting. But now I'm like, how can I be more involved community wise? And I actually, next week will come up on a year since my mom has passed. And so I wanted to organize it for this year, but it was a little last minute. But one thing we're working on for next year, it will be in April, like when my mom passed, but I want to organize a 5K, and it will be called Run for Resilience, because my mom was a very strong person. But it's also going to be a community wellness event where I can invite a ton of local businesses, people to set up. There's this real big, nice park by the river next to us, down the street from our office. And every year I want to donate all of the proceeds from the race to a local organization in our community.
I love that. Fitness and community and for your mom, like,
And
dude,
it's
so
all
good.
my passions put together. I love health and wellness. I love my community, but I want my team members, I want everybody to have an active part of like, hey, what do you want to handle? Do you want to reach out for sponsorships? Do you want to reach out to the local businesses and see if they want to set up booths? Do you like, how can everybody get involved? And then as a team, decide like, hey, which organization do we want to help? Which I'm hoping through like our field day Fridays, we see, hey, who might be in more need? Like we want to learn more about it. We want to bring awareness to that organization or whatever it might be. So I want to do more events. My hope is obviously grow and scale my team. Next year, I want to have like 20 agents, grow and scale, but I want to expand more and do more in our community as well. Not just be real estate agents, but active members in our community and having impact.
You ever heard of Zig Ziglar? So famous saying, help enough people get what they want and you'll get what you want. So we'll leave with that good quote by the OG Zig Ziglar. If somebody wants to learn more about you or your business or whatever, how should they reach out to you? Or send you a referral, which is very important. We want the referrals, right?
Yes, absolutely. On Instagram, you can find me, Andrea Kugler Realtor. On Facebook, Andrea Kugler. Pretty much on all my platforms, I'm just Andrea Kugler Realtor. But I'm pretty active on all of them, so feel free to message me anytime. My cell phone number's out there too. Feel free to call or text me. I always have my cell phone on me. So yeah, but I'm always happy to chat with anybody. So reach out.
You're killing it on social, lady.
Thanks. Trying to.
I can tell you're trying, but it is working. So good job. Good job. Okay, guys. Well, this was a really great episode. Yes, I'm so glad. And I'll see you in like 4 days. See you soon. And everybody watching, hey, I really hope you got something out of this episode with Andrea. I did. I learned all this cool stuff about her and heard about that community culture stuff, which I don't think enough people talk about on this episode. So, very unique part of it. If you like what you heard, please share with a friend, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever the heck it is on the platform you're on. And we'll see you on the next episode of the Reside Platform Podcast.